what do we know? We know now we live in an ever-expanding universe. We know that there are billions of stars and planets literally out there, and the universe is getting bigger. We know from our fancy telescopes that just in the last 2 years, more than 20 planets have been identified outside our solar system that seem to be far enough away from their suns and dense enough that they might be able to support some form of life. So it makes it increasingly less likely that we're alone.
It is one of life's biggest mysteries. Are we alone?
Yes, in this month's Big Idea, Arthur Chien takes a closer look at how scientists are searching for proof of alien life.
And this is Dr. Rebecca Oppenheimer, chairwoman of astrophysics at the American Museum of Natural History in New York. She and her team have been looking at images of planets for the same. Both Oppenheimer and Shostak agree life must exist beyond Earth. In its simple form, it could be as close as Mars or Europa, Jupiter's icy moon.
I have this dream that someday we'll send a probe out there and drill a hole through the ice, turn on the camera, and there's a fish looking back.
Liftoff of the Delta II rocket with Kepler.
In the past decade alone, major breakthroughs in what we know about space have come through missions like the Kepler telescope, discovering countless planets in our galaxy so dense that anywhere you see a star, there are likely planets revolving around it, just like our system.
The Milky Way galaxy in which we live, it has a couple of 100 billion stars. 1 in 5 of them might have a planet which has liquid oceans, some atmosphere, in other words, the conditions under which life could occur.
The probability of planets capable of fostering life shot up dramatically with the Kepler's discovery. For instance, finding 452b, also being called Earth 2.0.
People are calling it an Earth twin because it's an Earth-sized planet. It's technically a bit larger than Earth, but it does have a similar temperature and it orbits a star similar to ours.
I think that all those discoveries, and there are many of them that have come from Kepler and will continue to come from K2, of small rocky planets orbiting stars like our sun, many of those have the possibility of being rocky, of having liquid water on their surface, and any of those could be something we could call Earth 2.
When talking about life in outer space, whether it's out in the great beyond or on another planet, it's tempting to feel like a dreamer. So here's something for the realists in us. Scientists tell us it's not that difficult for life to get started. You just need some basic ingredients, a little oxygen, some water, and nature seems to take its course.
That's what happened on Earth, and rather immediately, according to scientists.
If you look at the history of this planet, the moment life could be here, it was.
And if basic life starts easily, would it be just a matter of time before single-cell organisms mesh together and start evolving into more complex life forms? Oppenheimer's fish, for instance. Even if there is a 1% chance, given the numbers, you see why experts believe intelligent life exists out there.
I'm quite sure that we're not the only intelligent species in the universe, because if that were the case, given the number of stars, the number of planets that could host life, that would make what's happening here on Earth some sort of miracle. And for scientists, that's not usually a very good explanation for things. Given the number of stars, the number of planets that could host life, that would make what's happening here on Earth some sort of miracle.
If there have been other civilizations within our galaxy, say even nearby, they may have already gone through a stage of evolution where they would see us as we see bacteria.
NASA's Kepler Space Telescope has made a groundbreaking discovery: 1,284 new planets. This NASA animation shows that it is the single largest collection of planets that have ever been found.
I think it's really exciting to find that when you look up in the stars, at the stars at night, many of those stars have planets just like our solar system. And now we know that for sure. The
significance of this discovery of new planets is that it presents the possibility that another planet like Earth may exist. Although it is unknown whether intelligent life exists on other planets, conditions might make it possible. Of the 1,284 new planets, about 100 are the size of Earth. The rest are larger.
What it's shown us is that almost every star has a solar system that is maybe not exactly like our solar system, but has planets in it.
Okay, now to give you a good idea of just how much that Kepler telescope can actually see, the researcher told me to do this. You hold your hands up like this, guys, and whatever you see through that, that's how much the telescope can actually see. And he says that's a huge amount. So just think about that. Hold that up to the sky.
Yeah.
That's it. So there's a vast universe out there that we're not seeing, that we have no idea.
The known unknowns, the known knowns, the unknown knowns.
So many known unknowns.
It's fascinating.
It's mind-blowing, it really is.